What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks so much for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to go ahead and brighten up the place. So let's get into this podversation. All right, so we all know that Britney Spears' husband, he decided to throw in a towel after a year being married, even though they had been together for several years prior to the marriage. I mean, I definitely didn't think that this was going to be something that was going to be substantially long, or he was going to try to make it last forever, like Keith Sweat saying back in the day. But he was like, shoot, after a year, I'm out. What in the freaking world? So it was that worth it for Britney to marry this guy versus just living with him. I don't know, like, you made all of these mistakes in the past with Kevin Federline. You had those kids with him. He has been living extremely well thanks to your hard work and efforts. He may have been a backup dancer for her. I don't know how long, maybe a couple of years, maybe not even a couple of years, but made a bad decision with that dude, and he has just been living extremely well off of the child support and alimony and whatnot. And I just was like, why would she even get married again? But she did to this guy after her conservatorship ended. So Samashgari, he is receiving $10,000 a month that she is paying for a luxury apartment for him to live in. Despite receiving nothing in their prenup agreement, he, being an unemployed actor, isn't crashing on anyone's sofa anytime soon. So according to TMZ, Britney is footing the bill for her now, well, I guess it is an official ex-husband, but will be, for his new apartment in one of LA's most high-end apartment buildings. She's paying his rent on the advice of her attorney. TMZ reports that $10,000 a month is a standard rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the building. But Sam used his clout as Britney's ex to get the same rate for an upgraded apartment. It's like, if you're just living on your own, then why do you need more than one bedroom? There's that question. But anyway, Sam, 29, filed for divorce from Britney, 41, on August 16th, amid allegations that she cheated on him with a house employee. Sources say Sam and Britney's relationship was rocky for months. He reportedly went missing for weeks at a time. His attorney plans to challenge Britney's prenup, and sources say she will probably end up paying him a few $100,000 to go away. Sources tell TMZ that Britney and Sam still aren't on speaking terms, but they reached an agreement on custody of their 5 dogs. Okay, like, seriously? They were married for a year. They've been on bad terms for several months, and then he's missing for weeks at a time. I get it. The conservatorship ended, so there really wasn't anything that her family could do about it to try to make it right. But yet and still, this is where it is. And the fact that it's even a question that he's going to try to challenge the prenup. You were only married for a year. Challenge the prenup. You knew what it was, and you knew what you were attempting to do, and you're trying to do it. So it's just bullcrap. If you want to try to challenge the prenup, then maybe you try to put in more time after you got married, because before you were married, that doesn't even count. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about Britney and this divorce, this loser that, you know, I don't know what it is about these women that love the losers that have been working so hard to get to where they are, exploited or not, because we know and believe, most of us do agree, that she had been exploited by her family, because she had been in entertainment almost forever. And the girl just looks like a sad case. She's doing what she wants to do, but yet and still, the court ordered that the conservatorship should be ended. So that's where it stands right now. And even though some people feel like that needs to be re-upped, it is at that point where it's just one of those things. So they can't stop her from doing what she chooses to do. But I'm definitely glad that they did not have any kids, because that was one of the things that she spoke about when she was trying to get the conservatorship ended. She wanted to have her IUD removed so that she could have kids. So glad that didn't happen. You know, sometimes people see their animals as like their children, So they have 5 of those. So I'm sure it may be hard to split up some of the dogs that they're probably going to have to do. But I'm so glad that she did not have any kids with this loser. But let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And speaking of divorces, the last time I talked about Kim and Kroy was the fact that they had called off the divorce and they were going to try to work it out for the sake of the kids. Now, I felt that was either a mistake, that they were actually really trying to work it out for the sake of the kids, because to try to work out a relationship between you and another person for the sake of your children, it rarely ever works. It has to be about the 2 people, right? So I felt like that was a mistake, but I also felt like maybe it was just something they were attempting to do because they're trying to get back on reality TV. Maybe there was an offer on the table of some sort, so that's why they were going to try to make it work. Well, anyway, since that time, Kroy has now refiled for divorce, and he's just like, it's irretrievably broken. So yeah, the divorce, he wants to move forward with it. So the story from Radar Online is Kroy slapped RHOA star with a divorce petition after blowout fight over massive debt. Kim and her estranged husband Kroybierman's attempts to work on their marriage failed after they started blaming the other for their money issues, which led to the ex-NFL star slapping her with divorce papers once again. Radar Online has obtained the divorce petition Kroy filed this week in Georgia court, only weeks after they both dismissed their initial divorce petitions following a reconciliation. Okay, I'm going to say this real quick before I continue, but I really feel that he suckered her into relinquishing her filing so that he could be the one with the upper hand in the court system by filing first, shall we say. Anyway, as we previously reported back in May, both filed for divorce demanding primary custody of their kids and child support. Kroy demanded Kim submit to a psychological exam, claiming she had wasted their money on online gambling. Kim accused Kroy of smoking marijuana and pleaded for him to be randomly drug tested. A couple of weeks later, the duo was spotted out with their family at church. The two then decided to give the relationship another try and called off their divorce. However, sources claimed that things have gotten worse at home since they got back together. An insider told TMZ the couple's fights are nasty and they blame the other for unpaid bills. They've gotten ridiculously petty over who hasn't paid bills. They're counting down to pennies, the source spilled. As we first reported, police were called to the couple's home following their initial split. The exchanges were captured on police body cam footage. The insider said the couple had a fight on Thursday, which led to Kroy threatening to file for divorce. Kim allegedly dared him to do it, which he did. In this new petition, I should say, Kroy listed the date of marriage as November 11, 2011, 11-11-11. Remember, she kept saying that, 11-11-11. He said the couple's marriage was irretrievably broken with no hopes for another reconciliation. The ex-NFL star demanded primary custody of Kroy, Cash, Kaya, and Kane. He also demanded temporary and permanent child support. In addition, he wants Kim to vacate their Georgia home and allow him to have exclusive access. Kroy also asked the court to award him legal fees. As Radar Online previously reported, the couple still faces a series of lawsuits over unpaid loans and credit cards. Kroy even faces a lawsuit over an alleged debt to a casino in the Bahamas. On top of that, the couple has massive federal tax liens, which accuse them of owing $1.1 million in back taxes. Kim's friend, as they previously did report, were furious after she decided to give the marriage another go. Everyone is beyond annoyed because she made such a huge deal and acted like Kroy was the devil. She had everyone in her life drop everything to support her and listen to her complaints that she was giving day and night, and suddenly she's going to go back to him. So I can understand that because it's like you're ready to, go for blows for your person that you care about in the situation, and then they're just like, no, everything's good. And then you're like, after everything that you told me that this person said and did, okay, boy who cried wolf. But anyway, I really am not surprised. I really feel that that was Kroy's intention all along, because when it was previously reported, no one really knew who filed first. Some were assuming she did, some were assuming he did, but nobody really knew exactly who filed first. So I feel, based on everything that I had just seen about him over the years, don't know him, don't know much about him, but just based on what we had the opportunity to see, I really didn't believe that he wanted to try to make it work with her. I believe he actually got to the point of being done, because just based on the news of how he has not played in the NFL for years, he doesn't have any more NFL prospects. He's not someone that's gotten another opportunity to do things in broadcasting or podcasting or anything like that when it comes to the sports world. He's pretty much been her chauffeur and her servant. In my personal opinion, and this ain't me being male identified, this is just me being right identified, he, I feel, deserves to have custody of the children as well as getting alimony and child support from her, because she probably has more opportunities to make the money versus him. One, she's older than him. Two, even though I don't want to see her, there probably are opportunities for her to get on some sort of reality show where she can make the money. And three, she has a problem. She has at least a gambling problem, if not a drinking problem. I mean, this woman would drive around with red Solo cups drinking wine. Even if she was being chauffeured, you don't do that. It's like she was always drinking wine. Did you hear about the debts that she had racked up, and one of those debts being a wine company, and how much money she owed them? Girl, how much wine are you drinking? You can't go to Publix or Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, you know what I'm saying? Or Harris Teeter or one of these places to get some less expensive bottles of wine or champagne, whatever it is you drink, I don't know. But the amount of money that she was spending, it is unreal. I don't know why they haven't filed bankruptcy protection yet, because I don't know if they're planning on doing it and it just hasn't come out in the news yet. But so far, nothing. So I am not surprised to hear that he went and filed again. I really felt like he had every intentions on doing so, but he was just trying to get it to a place where he could say, yeah, let's just try to work this out and catch her off guard. And then he goes and does it. And he wants her out of the home. I don't even know how he could stay there, because unless she had the opportunity to make money and pay him alimony and child support, he doesn't, to my knowledge, have any disposable income coming in like that either. I don't know anything really about his family. The only thing I really saw was his mom and his sister when they had the Don't Be Tardy for the Wedding special. And I saw how she trashed her own parents and family because they came into the house to use the bathroom. I've talked about that so many times. She just disgusted me with that. And her mom and dad helped her out so much. Okay. I feel like covered and protected her, knew that their daughter was probably a little floozy, but they wasn't calling her that. They were just trying to love her through it all and accept her and her children, the two daughters that she had at the time. I just believe that she's just not a good person. And I believe that she manipulated this man in a lot of ways. He is younger than her. I'm not saying that he's stupid, but he definitely was naive. And also, he cut off, from what we could see, based on what was shared, cut off his own family, because they did not want him with her at all. That mom and that sister. I know they were like, what in the world happened to this dude? Coming to Atlanta was one of the worst things for him, because this is someone like Midwestern and came down there to get corrupted by this trash bag. But anyway, I wanted to just talk about that, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section about all of this. What do you think about Britney and Sam? What do you think about Kim and Kroy? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.